hope you're all well. I hope you're staying safe, staying at home, staying alert. Um, Guys, I've been trolled because of my hair and my beard and saying that I need a trim. Guys, I know I need a trim. I know I need to go to the barbers and get this all taken off. But the barbers are closed right now. You know, they're not opening at the minute. So I'm at home, stuck at home. And you know what? I got lazy with my beard thinking that, you know what, I'll leave it. But now it's gotten so big, I don't want to shave it and create a mess. And in terms of my hair, unless I decide to go bald, I haven't really got a barber that I can go to and get it. I do know people. I just want to stick to the government guidelines, to be honest. I don't want to go out and, contract anything. So that's why. Otherwise, I can easily get my hair cut from somebody, but I'm not. I'm going to stick to the guidelines. I'm just going to wait till the barber's open. But yeah, that's my little... I've basically been told by a few of you that I need a haircut, so that's why I've said what I've said. But yeah, hopefully I will get a haircut soon when they open up the bar. When barbers open, I'll be there straight, getting everything removed. I don't know whether I'll shave before then. Just have to wait and see, because this is getting quite long, and I've never had a beard this long, but it can be quite uncomfortable as well. This is like really big and thick, and it gets itchy. So yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about some boxing. Why you guys have clicked on it? You want to hear some boxing? So recently I got told that Marquez and Morales have got into some kind of beef. And I've been looking into it, and I've been actually having a look at what they had to say, and it's quite petty from two senior guys, two Mexican legends. But Morales really got stuck in with Marquez about the Pacquiao fights. This is what Morales had to say. I'll shout out to Push and Pull, by the way. You told me to do the videos on Morales and Marquez, which I'm going to do now. So let's see what they had to say. This is what Marquez had to say. Morales says he did not need 4 fights to beat Pacquiao. You have to remember that in the first fight, Erik Morales did pretty well. And then what happened? He ended up getting knocked out by the Filipino fighter. Why he addresses him as a Filipino fighter and not just, Manny Pacquiao, I don't know. But that's what he said. Then he goes on to say, I needed 4 fights. Why? That is very obvious, and people know it, because each of those fights were ended very controversial decisions where I basically beat him. So Marquez is basically saying he beat Pacquiao in those controversial fights. Then he goes, everyone has his opinion. I respect him, but Pacquiao himself was not satisfied with what he did in every fight, and even the decisions, especially in the third fight. In some way, I respect the career of any fighter, and my opinion in this case, Erik Morales, but I do not agree with what he says. People know what I was capable of. People know what I did in the ring. And he mentions that he only needed 1 fight to beat Pacquiao, but he didn't tell you what happened after in the second and third fight. I needed 42 rounds to show who had won the previous fights. And the truth is, I was very satisfied with having done what was done, facing at that time a great fighter like Manny Pacquiao. So let's dissect this into it. So Morales seems a bit salty. We all know that Mexican fighters have this rivalry, and they always want to best one another. I got asked who would have won this fight between Morales and Marquez. Listen, I think it would have been a fantastic fight, and I don't know who would have won the fight, because it would have been a great matchup. Probably lean towards Marquez, but Morales could have easily beat Marquez. It would have been made for an epic Mexican war. Fight. I'm quite surprised neither guy fought one another. It's probably a shame, because the fans would have loved it. It would have been a treat for the fans, especially the Mexican fans. We would have got an absolute war. We would have got an epic fight, which probably unfortunately didn't happen. But I do think it's a bit petty for Marquez to attack Morales to attack Marquez, trying to question Marquez, trying to say that he needed 4 fights, and when Pacquiao knocked out Morales twice. So why are you having to go at Marquez? Marquez never got knocked out by Pacquiao. There were 4 good fights. In the last fight, Marquez knocked out Pacquiao, but there was 3 thrilling fights, that 4 thrilling fights, even the fight where Pacquiao got knocked out, it was unbelievable. But Morales, although he beat Pacquiao the first time, he did get knocked out twice against Pacquiao after that. So, I don't think Morales is in a position where he can, be bragging or boasting, because Marquez probably did better against Pacquiao than Morales did. Morales got, in the second and third fight, got starched. So, as far as I'm concerned, Marquez and Pacquiao's style were made for each other, where they were both brilliant. In terms of Marquez saying he beat Pacquiao all 4 times, so all 3 times, I don't agree with that. I think they were close fights, but I think Pacquiao won some. I think Marquez had a case for some, but at the end of the day, they were just, like I said, stylistically great fights. But, the thing is about people always say that robbery, that Marquez got robbed. The fights were too close for there to be a robbery. Pacquiao and Marquez were very close to call fights. They were very close fights. There weren't no robbery because it was always back and forth. Look at the 4th fight. Pacquiao got knocked out, but it was back and forth. And if anything, it looked like Pacquiao was on top, and Pacquiao was about to knock out Marquez. Marquez was struggling in that 4th fight. Although he had Pacquiao down, Pacquiao had Marquez down as well, and Marquez looked like he was busted up, he was bleeding. It looked like Marquez was about to get knocked out in that fight. So Marquez pulled a punch from the gods. What a punch that was. And it was a brilliant punch, and he ended up knocking Pacquiao out. But Marquez was in a lot of trouble in that 4th fight. So in terms of this beef, I think it's a bit petty because they're not going to fight one another now. I wouldn't mind seeing it even now, but they both look out of shape, and or Marquez looks in better shape, and he's recently retired, where Morales looks quite chubby. So I can't see Morales coming back, if I'm honest with you, for a fight with Marquez. But in terms of who would win that, I would lean towards Marquez, but it wouldn't shock me if Morales had beaten Marquez. It would have been an epic back and forth. What do you guys think? Who do you think would have won, Morales or Marquez? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video.
I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art, I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page, and I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got 2 options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face, and I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs, where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.